Welcome to AI Verdict. So, let's get right into it. Can you actually create high-quality AI video without spending a single dollar? I've seen all the hype, all the promises, but I wanted to find out for myself. Today, we are going to cut through all of that noise and see what you can really expect from these so-called free AI video generators.
So yeah, I went on a bit of a mission. I literally tested every free AI video tool I could find to figure out what's real and what's just clever marketing. And ultimately, to see if there are any that you can actually use to make something cool.
But what's the real story with these free tools? I mean, are they a total game changer for creators who are on a budget? Or is there some kind of hidden catch that we all need to know about? Let's dig in. Okay, so here's the first hard truth I ran into almost immediately. Most of them aren't really free. They're just glorified free trials. You spend time creating something, you get it just right, and then the second you hit that download button, bam, paywall. It's the classic bait and switch.
But hey, it's not all bad news. After sifting through a mountain of garbage, I did manage to find 3 generators that stand out. These are tools that are actually genuinely free and have some surprisingly powerful features. So let's break down the best of the bunch.
First up is a tool you might not have heard of, Ver. And what makes this one special, even compared to some paid tools, is its incredible level of camera control. The workflow is just refreshingly simple. You start by generating an image from a text prompt. Just make sure you select the quality model. Now, you'll probably notice the output has that common 3D render look, but here's the best part. You can download that image and move on to the video step without any fees, without even needing to log in. But this right here is Ver's killer feature. See, most tools make you cram everything, the action, the style, the camera movement, all into one long prompt. And that usually just confuses the AI. Ver is smarter. It separates them. You get one box for what's happening in the scene and a totally separate one just for camera instructions. So why is that such a big deal? Well, it's simple. Clearer instructions mean better results. You get way more precise camera movements, smoother animations. It just works better. Now, it might struggle with really complex scenes, but for bringing a still photo or maybe a product image to life, it's fantastic.
So while Ver absolutely nails camera control, our next tool, Grock, is all about a different strength, giving you a ton of options for variations and customization right from the get-go.
Now, you will need a free account to get started, but once you're in, you can actually browse and even edit other people's creations, which is pretty cool. The real time saver, though, is that when you type in a prompt, Grock automatically spits out multiple variations for you to choose from. That's a huge boost to your workflow.
And when it's time to animate your image, Grock gives you a few presets. Fun adds some dynamic movement, normal is for more subtle motion, and spicy leans into more adult themes. It's a pretty simple way to get some creative control without fiddling with a bunch of settings.
And here's a little pro tip for you, especially if you're generating video from scratch. Since the free models can sometimes look a little bit grainy or imperfect, just lean into it. Try adding style prompts like vintage VHS footage or Studio Ghibli anime style. It can actually mask those imperfections and make the whole thing look intentionally stylized. All right, our third and final tool is Meta AI. And honestly, if I had to pick just one free option to use myself, this would be it. Its real power is the incredible control it gives you over the final look and feel of your image. This is where Meta AI really shines. You know that kind of smooth, almost too perfect 3D render look we've seen in the other tools? Well, Meta AI lets you fix that with these simple adjustment sliders. The most important one here is stylization. Cranking this up helps get rid of that fake drawn look and pushes the image towards something that feels way more realistic. The end result is just a much higher quality starting image. It feels less artificial, and then you can take that and animate it. Now, it's not foolproof. Human faces in particular can still sometimes fall into that creepy, uncanny valley, but man, it is a big step up from the others. So look, these 3 tools are definitely usable, and they're the best of the free bunch, but they all share a few common problems. And this brings us to the final verdict and the real hidden cost of free AI. There are 3 major hurdles you are absolutely going to face with any free generator. First, long wait times. Second, poor prompt adherence. That means the AI doesn't always do what you tell it to. And third, a noticeably lower quality output compared to what paid users get. And that wait time is no joke. As a free user, you're always at the back of the line, right behind all the paying customers.
What this means in practice is that a single 5-second video clip can take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to generate. If you're trying to make a longer video, well, you can see how that time really starts to add up. And all this begs the question, right? Why? Why can't the free generators just be as good as the paid ones? The answer is actually pretty simple.
It all comes down to one simple, unavoidable fact. Generating AI costs real money. Every single time you click that Generate button, it's using up very expensive computing power and a whole lot of energy on a server somewhere in the world.
So, if the company isn't charging you for that, they have to cut corners somewhere else to cover their costs. This isn't about them being greedy, it's just the economic reality of the situation. And for you, the free user, that directly translates to slower processing, access to older AI models, and way less reliable results. So the trade-off is clear. A small subscription fee, often about the price of a single meal, isn't just for an extra feature. You're buying priority processing, you're buying access to the newest and best AI models, and you're buying a night and day difference in the final quality of your work.
And that brings us to the unavoidable conclusion here. A truly high-quality, free AI video generator that can really compete with the paid tools, well, it's a unicorn. It doesn't exist right now. And honestly, given the economics of it, it probably never will. The real question isn't whether you can get AI video for free, but how much you truly value your time and the quality of your final product. Thanks for watching AI Verdict.